Hey everybody, it's Lynn from A Bit of Birdsong. I'm out in the workshop right now. It's about 43 degrees outside. It feels okay out here. It is chilly, I won't lie about it, but it feels good. I have the little heater out here. I come out here for stretches at a time and just enjoy it. The crisp feeling out here is actually it's invigorating, if that makes sense. Now it can get too cold, of course. But I can handle the 40s and 50s, I think. This paper, I would not sell this paper because you can see it has oil spots in it. But this is so fun. I love the way this turned out, and I'm definitely going to use this for myself. When I tea stained that really bright green paper, this is the green paper, and this is in the most recent fun packs that are in the shop. The paper that was left over had a green color to it, which was pretty interesting. I also had a lot of peppermint extract, which can be oily, you know, it's like a flavoring. So I put a bunch of that in the water, and look at this. It's dry, and yet it's got this. This reminds me of some of the really old pieces of paper that I see come in with basically estates sometimes, when people clear out their whole stash of papers and newspapers, and especially if it's something that's been in a garage, or, you know, paper it gets exposed to things. Now we don't see a lot of this, but every once in a while you see paper that has spots on it and you wonder what spilled on it. I think this would be so neat in either a creepy journal. I don't know that you would even be able to write on these spots, but I did want to just share how that turned out, because I know we all like to do our tea staining. I didn't add any color to this. This was water that had tea bags, and then it was just colored with some of the green ink from that bright green paper. I just wanted to get out here for a little bit and work in my journal. I did quite a few videos yesterday, well 3, and it was the little pink journal, and then the fun packs, and our trip to the Eno, which has become a lot of fun. I know we're going to keep doing that. I found a card the other day that I just love. She said she usually cried at least once each day, not because she was sad, but because the world was so beautiful and life was so short. I love that. Let's see, that's Bittersweet by Brian Andreas. Storypeople.com. Is that 2000? Where do I want to put? I think I'm going to put it on this side, because I have some new stamps that I want to try out. Yeah, maybe I'll do a stamp over on this page. I used blue on this earlier today. I have got to go to Michael's or AC Moore and get more ink. Spray ink, I love it. And this is a really cute little stamp. And I am just gonna see if I can't. I hope I didn't mess that up. I put my hand under it, but this is not a really level. Oh, I love it. Costume for a Harlequin. That's really pretty. It kind of matches that look, you know. Yeah, I like that a lot. And what else do we have? I'll show you the other stamps. That's just a little tag. And then this one. I like this one, and yet I can't see myself using this a whole lot. I think it would be for a specific sort of, I wonder if we have a page we can go back and stamp this onto. I wonder if it'll stamp on this paper. Oh yeah, it's interesting. So getting back over here, I need to, and you know what, if you use a stamp and if you end up with parts that don't really take, I like to go back over those with a little bit of water and fill in that area. I don't always do that, but, and you know what, actually you can go over the whole thing. If you want more of a, and this of course is the distress ink, so it kind of breaks down in water. It's not permanent. I guess it's sort of a water soluble. Well, there, I just went over the whole thing. But I like that. You all know that. And then this stamp, this was a piece of paper that had the paint on it. Play with this stamp for a minute. See, that one in the middle. I wonder who this is made by. The original price was $11.75. That's Stampington. Okay, interesting. I think I need one of those presses where you put the stamp in. I want to see how this one looks if we just go over it with some water. I like that. It's pretty on that old acrylic paint. All right, let's try the black. The foam in here is totally breaking down. I think this is an older stamp pad, and that's okay. Didn't pay much for it. I guess I could put something else in there. Can you make your own stamp pads? Let's see if that black is different. If it shows up the center part more with this black ink. That's a heavy ink, I think. Ooh, that is much better. Look at that. You do get a different effect, for sure, when you use different types of ink. Distress ink is meant to be distress ink. I probably use it way too much, but I do love the effect. Get that ink off of there. So that's interesting. That's a Stampington. I can put my entry in there. I like the way this artwork is done. I wonder if you could just do something simple. Like a butterfly. Maybe with watercolor pencils. These all need to be sharpened. I need to bring a sharpener out here. Oh, but it's working okay. Oh, it's going to run the ink too. A little bit. That's kind of neat though. What am I using? The Pilot Precise Zing. You know, not all inks run. I know I've mentioned that, and I'm trying to learn which ones do and which ones don't, just as far as brand. I love that effect though. That's pretty. Look at that. That's so simple, but it really is just pretty. Jason and I have been going back through pictures and videos that we took when we were in Austin. What a fun trip that was. Jason put together a movie just for us to be able to remember everything. He included some of the footage that I had for my my vlogs, and then he had a lot of things that he had taken, a lot of video and stuff, and it's just so much fun to go back and remember just laughing and seeing new things, just the excitement and the excitement of the lessons from Van. That was amazing. We went out the other night to hear a friend play locally, and it just inspires me so much, but the only way to get better is just to play. I really like that a lot. A little bit of green in there. Well, that's really sweet. I've never tried that, but that turned out pretty. Very simple. Let's just hit the edges here. That is caked on gesso and paint. And I hate to say it, but sometimes these brushes just sit in the water. And you know what? I do not advise that for expensive brushes. I don't want to get any of this on April's card.